Wonderful Jubilee Day for young people. So, has it been fun for you today? Yes? Has anybody been bored today? No, nobody's been bored. Have you made a lot of noise today? Okay. Did you shout? Okay. I think I heard you all the way to my house. So yes, you were loud. So it was very, very certain that God heard you in heaven. Did God hear you in heaven? Yeah. Did Mary hear you in heaven? Yeah. Did the angels and the saints hear you in heaven? Yeah. Did St. Carlo Acutis hear you in heaven? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to share a story with you. It's a true story about my nephews and nieces. I have many nephews and nieces, and most of them live in Texas and Houston. And when the older ones, they're now in their late 30s and 40s, and so they're getting old. They're old. When they were in middle school, they had neighbors who were not Catholic. But they were good friends, and the neighbors would come over to my nephew's and niece's house all the time. They would come over to do their homework together. They would come over to play games. They would come over to watch TV, and so on. And even on Sunday morning, even though they were not Catholic, they would come over, and since my sister and my brother-in-law and all the kids would go to church on Sunday, the neighbors would go with them, even though they were not Catholic. So they went to church, to a Catholic church, pretty much every Sunday because they wanted to be with their friends, with my nephews and niece. And so it happened that there was a youth retreat for the teenagers. And my nephews and my niece went to this youth retreat. And during the retreat, there was a special time for prayer. How many of you have ever heard of adoration of the Blessed Sacrament? How many have heard of adoration of the Blessed Sacrament? Okay, yeah, a lot of you have. So adoration of the Blessed Sacrament is when we take the consecrated bread that becomes Jesus' body. And does anybody know where we keep the consecrated bread? Yes, we keep it in the tabernacle. It's right behind Father Justin. Where that heart is, that is the tabernacle. And that's where the consecrated bread is kept, where Jesus is kept. Day and night, he's present there. He's present there, waiting for us to come and to pray to him so that he can show us his love and his friendship to us. And so adoration of the Blessed Sacrament is when the bread is taken out and it's placed on the altar in a special receptacle, a beautiful receptacle. And people can come and they can pray. They can pray quietly, they can sing songs together, and it's a time especially to be close to Jesus. That is adoration of the Blessed Sacrament. So the teenagers at this retreat had adoration. And it was a very informal time of adoration. They were in a small chapel, and so they gathered around on the floor. They were sitting on the floor together, and they were in prayer. They were in quiet prayer. Sometimes they offered some songs together, praying to Jesus. And then the leader invited the teenagers, and he said, if anyone has something special that they want to share with the rest of the teenagers, please do so. And so my nephews were sitting there with their neighbor, with their friend. And the friend, the one who was not Catholic, stood up. And my nephew pulled him back down. He says, "No, you can't say anything. You're not Catholic." But the neighbor stood up again. He said, "No, I need to say something." And my nephew was really nervous. I thought, oh my gosh, what is he going to say? He's not even Catholic. And so the neighbor said this. You want to know what the neighbor said? This is what he said. He said, "I am jealous of all of you, because you have a tremendous gift and ability. I am not Catholic," he shared with all of the other teenagers. "And this is the closest that I can get to Jesus, to see him right here in front of me. You are able to receive him in your heart." I'm jealous of you, but I'm glad that I can be this close to Jesus and share this moment with you. It took someone who was not Catholic to share with these Catholics, with these Catholic teenagers, and let them see the tremendous gift that was right in front of them. Sometimes we are so close to all the gifts that God gives us that we don't think about it, that we take it for granted, that we sometimes look over it and we forget about it. And sometimes it takes someone from outside to let us know the great gift that we have right in front of us. Jesus Christ, the Son of God, the Son of Mary, and someone who wants to be a friend to you and me. Today in the gospel, it was a foreigner, someone who was not a Jew. He was not a Jew like Jesus was, who came and acknowledged that Jesus was the Son of God, that Jesus had healed him from leprosy. And he expressed his gratitude to Jesus. And Jesus said, "I healed 9 other people. Where are they?" It was only this foreigner who came back to say thank you. And sometimes it takes someone from the outside to point to us the great gift that we have right in front of us. How many of you have friends? Yeah? Good. All right. Father Justin, you have any friends? Okay. Good. You know who else wants to be your friend? Exactly. Jesus wants to be your friend. Jesus had friends. One of my favorite parts of the gospel is when Jesus tells his disciples, "I no longer call you servants, I call you friends, because you know me and you love me and I love you." And so Jesus wants to be a friend to you. So friends spend time with each other. So that means we have to spend time with Jesus, to talk to him and listen to him in our hearts. Friends care about each other. Jesus definitely cares for us. We should care for him as well. Friends are concerned for each other. Jesus is certainly concerned for you. He cares for you. And so I hope throughout today and throughout the days in this Jubilee year that you continue to foster your friendship with Jesus Christ, who calls you and me and even Father Justin to be friends. May we be good friends with him. That is what St. Carlo Acutis shows us, that he was a dear friend to Jesus Christ. Now he's in heaven, spending all of eternity with his best friend, with Jesus Christ. Let us now turn to the altar where Jesus, our best friend, becomes present. Amen.